We're gonna teach you how to build your own ice bath that stays cold for cheap, because the ones on the market are like $5 grand. You ready to go? Let's do it. Work has to get done. Let's do it. You have to push the limits of your body. There's just so many benefits that come with having higher dopamine levels. Increased cognitive function, mental focus. You're gonna be more motivated, have higher energy levels. So to start your day off with this like surge of these catecholamines is the best way to start your day, but it's just hard.
Ain't no thing like a chicken wing. I just accepted it that it fucking sucks. And it doesn't really suck that bad, to be honest.
It looks pretty rusty, my boy.
It is, it's old as fuck. This is vintage, that's what they call it. They call it vintage.
Definitely vintage.
Dude, I can see you at PCI just fucking.
I crushed it. I had my long blonde hair.
Oh, did you have the 1-inchers? The 1-inch Jays?
No, they were short. So back in the day, everybody wore long shorts. But the lifeguard shorts were like this big, and if you wore them out, people were like, "That's looks ridiculous." But since you're a lifeguard, it was like the cool thing to do. Anyway, this is what we need. We need an ice chest freezer. We go Frigidaire. We do 14.8 cubic feet. It's like $600. All right, what's the next step, Hunt?
Well, since I'm the caulk master, I'll get it. The most important part about making the plunge, especially since it's an ice chest, it is not sealed properly to hold water, because it's obviously meant to just hold frozen products. So all the seams in here you need to seal with a waterproof sealant. It doesn't really matter, you could just use a waterproof sealant of any suggestion, you literally Google, but this is the kind that we're using. It's called DAP, it's great stuff. 230. It's superior flexibility and crack proof, 100% waterproof. Seals joints up to it.
Couple bucks.
Like $4 at Home Depot.
Make sure you get a brand new caulk gun.
Yeah, so obviously this is like barely used, brand new caulk gun. They all kind of look similar. Mine just beat up because this is a true caulk master's caulk gun right here. Let's just get to caulking, right?
Yeah.
Just get the caulking.
The caulk master.
Is that
the master of
is
caulk.
that what we say? Caulk.
Caulk.
Yeah, so Red and I actually talked about this earlier, and he was like, how am I going to drain it? Because you have to seal this plug right here. So this plug would be to actually drain it at the bottom, but you have to seal it, unfortunately, because if you don't, it's not waterproof. It'll leak, and then the whole thing will just, I mean, if it leaks really bad, it'll just kill the whole system. So you gotta finger it.
Yeah.
You don't want those things. So you can tell who's got soft hands and who doesn't have soft hands.
I heard that. Listen. His hands ain't soft, boy.
You strapping up right now?
Look at these.
You strapping up?
I wasn't strapping up for a minute.
Hey, Commander CMB is reporting for duty, and they're like, "The fuck does that mean?" I'm just like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine."
The floaties.
Get me the fuck out of here. Bro,
Take these off right now. There's gonna be a gym out here, and it's fucking scorching.
We were training at this gym. That was one of the first gyms to reopen because it was small, didn't really give a fuck. But they didn't have AC, and it was like hot as fuck. Basically, we're training inside, so hot. We're training outside. We're doing like mile-long sled walks. So sweaty, I'm not exaggerating, wringing your shoes out with sweat. That's how sweaty we were. So, dude, it just makes you tougher. It makes every training scenario moving forward just not that bad. So when people come onto the team and bitch about literally anything, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You have no idea. This is easy street compared to what the things that we've been through.
Want to hit maybe hit that just in case. Gotcha. I'm fucking paranoid, dude. Ever since I resealed aquariums, bro, like everything sealed with water is like terrifying to me.
Jason's an aquarium expert.
Yeah, dude.
For real though.
Fuck, yeah, my aquarium setup is literally thousands of dollars.
What's your prize fish?
Dude, you got good corals in the tank, but I mean, I've seen some fucking crazy shit. Like some guy had a 1,000-gallon freshwater acrylic tank. Went to his house. Dude, you walk in, bro. Literally, I couldn't even touch the roof of the tank. So I'm standing here. I'm just like, there's this Asian guy, this Vietnamese guy. He was just like, yeah, I like fish.
This thing, yeah. All right, so let's let this dry.
You gotta check the sealant. 2-hour paint ready is what it says, but that's to paint it. If it's ready to paint 2 hours, I would say in 2 hours you're okay to put water in it.
Christmas tree timer. So if you have this set up and you just leave it on all the time, it's gonna freeze. So you wanna put this on so it turns off overnight, or you can set up however you want. But it should take about 24 hours to get cold initially.
Yeah, so overnight is typically when you want it on, and ideally you do the cold plunge in the morning.
Yeah, ideally do this in the morning. All right,
So yeah, now you just gotta let it dry, let it settle on the sealant that we use. Said 2 hours to be paint ready. I would say 2 hours paint ready means 2 hours water ready.
Dry. Yeah.
Then you can fill it up. Then you can hook in your Christmas tree timer and set the time. Also on top of that, what you can get is like a digital thermometer that you can have just stuck to the side. That way you know what temperature it's at, and you can just play with the times and see how long it really needs to be for it to have the temperature that you want.
Yeah.
So.
We get with those little floating thermometers.
Bro, this is sick. Go for a swim.
It's gonna rain.
Let's go rain.
We are now doing the beginning of a fill up. You want to go about halfway, because if you go too much, it's going to overflow, and that's not good. You could like crash this whole thing and just ruin $600, which would be no bueno.
You just need enough to be completely submerged up to your neck. You can go underwater with your head, but like maybe don't start with that.
My neck.
Balls are in
My bad.
hypothermia, dude.
Yeah, your balls will become
You're gonna
ovaries
get legit blue balls.
very, very quickly. Sponsored by Legion. No junk, no fillers, no artificial flavors. Some of the best supplements in the world. Code RED for savings at checkout. But for real, cinnamon cereal, whey protein is absolutely fire. And the Sherbet Pulse pre-workout is...
Apple pie cinnamon is really good.
Dude, I hate that
He
flavor.
hates it. I fucking
That's my least favorite flavor.
I love
I'm
it.
glad you like it because
Do they
I
sell
do not.
cream pies?
They do, banana cream pie.
Oh, wow.
See, I don't
I have
like eating
banana
them, but I
cream
like giving them.
Hey, yo.
No,
Hey, yo.
dollar store and I grab.
Chill with that.
After the beat, we want to agree.
All right, so true or false? So everybody talks about the cold plunge, right?
Yeah.
And getting in and all the benefits. I think there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, I should do it right after a workout when I'm inflamed. But isn't that the worst time to do it?
That's not when you want
Because
to do
you
it.
want that inflammation.
Yeah, that's a myth. So when you work out, your body's gonna break down, there's damage, and inflammation is this process that fixes the damage, right? So if you do an ice bath after, it's gonna slow down that process. The same reason you don't put ice on injuries and things like that anymore. It slows down the recovery process. However, there's a lot of benefits to ice baths, like a reduced perception of pain and like a painkiller effect that makes you feel less sore, but you're not actually recovered. So the best
So-
time to do it is first thing in the morning.
In the morning,
Yeah.
first thing.
So yeah,
Just like your coffee, except you know, you got like
First
this
thing, yeah,
way
this
better
is-
than any
this is better than
espresso in the
coffee.
whole world.
This is better than coffee, yeah.
Boom!
So-
I'm up. Yeah.
One of the biggest benefits of this is it increases what's called catecholamines, neurotransmitters and hormones that work your nervous system, especially under high stress situations, right? So adrenaline, noradrenaline, dopamine. So some of the benefits of these are when you increase adrenaline levels in like a fight or flight situation, the perception of pain is basically gone, right? So if you're dialed in, you gotta do some crazy shit in a fight or flight, your body's not gonna feel pain. So it's this decreased perception of pain, but you're also a lot more mentally focused and alert. So if you do that first thing in the morning, you're gonna start your day off way more alert and focused. There's also vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction is basically taking the veins and making them smaller. So when the cold gets on you, you're gonna constrict the veins, but think about taking like an ice pack and putting it on a thermostat, right? So the house is gonna think, oh shit, it's really cold in here, so let me increase the temperature. So when you get out of the ice bath, you're gonna have vasodilate, the veins are gonna get bigger, and now you're gonna warm up faster than if you were to not do that at all, right? But the number one thing for me, I think with ice baths, it just increases your like mental toughness.
I honestly, dude, I think like I said, I've jumped in a frozen pond, but I've never done a cold plunge. I feel like it's gonna be a lot colder than I expect, because I'm like outside working, and I'm like, God, it sounds so fucking good right now. But dude, actually getting inside, I feel like it's gonna be awful. Like it's gonna be so cold.
It's gonna be awful.
I can't
but
wait,
But
though.
that's
I'm
where the
excited.
mental toughness comes in, is we have to overcome things that are awful. And the reality is, dude, I'm not trying to come at you guys. Most people are mentally soft as fuck, straight up. So that's why
I know a guy that has a lot of ailments.
Yeah, a lot of ailments. Ailment count. The gym is one of the best places to increase mental toughness, because you can create these challenges every single day that you have to overcome. Right? If you're doing a set to failure, are you really failing? Or you're mentally failing? The average person is mentally failing. If you take like a world-class athlete or a Navy SEAL, like they're gonna go way beyond what the average person is gonna do, because mentally they can push themselves farther. So you can create these challenges that increase your mental toughness and your willpower, and the ice plunge or the cold plunge are the same thing. You're gonna be in there, you're gonna be like, I need to get out. Well, don't get out, just push a little bit longer. So ideally you wanna do about 3 minutes. The research says 11 minutes total per week to get all these massive benefits. So you can increase 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Like in the beginning, maybe I wouldn't do that. I would start just with a minute or something like that for the average person. But you wanna get to a point where it's like, I wanna get out, and then push through that and stay a little bit longer. And that right there is how you increase your mental toughness and your willpower. Willpower is a muscle. that gets tired. You're making all these decisions all day, you're doing all this shit. So first thing in the morning, use the willpower that you have to overcome this and get this massive influx of your neurotransmitters and hormones, versus doing it at the end of the day when you're tired. Like you're gonna be less mentally tough at the end of the day than you were at the beginning of the day.
If you guys want all the benefits of ice baths, decrease in stress levels, decrease in inflammation, increase in recovery, but most importantly, getting those dopamine levels, starting your day off with more energy, more focus, more drive, more motivation just to get everything done in life, your life's gonna absolutely change, so get in the ice.